Shortly after I got the job on Indeed and went to go work for Target part-time, I got a message on Indeed from a company that was a global logistics freight forwarding company out of LAX. Pretty much something I had done for about 30 years of my life. And the position was for a director's position, very lucrative opportunity. And they told me that I was the perfect candidate and wanted to set up an interview and a meet and greet in the company. And in this position, it was very clear that I was really in the sweet spot. I wasn't underqualified and I wasn't overqualified. I was the perfect candidate for this job. So I had the interview already lined up, looking at everything and the people that I knew within this industry and the fact that they all knew me. It wasn't a long shot. This was pretty much a done deal. However, that was everything that my old self was saying. There was a whole new player in the game, a whole new Lisa that I was starting to explore and get to know, having a part-time job, working at Target, slowing down, and started becoming more and more of an owner of my own time. But there was a conflict there. I may have been an owner of my own time, but I had bills to pay, and I was starting to feel the pain of the struggle. And when this opportunity popped up, I said, you know what? This is really going to ease a lot of the financial burdens that I feel in the short run. So I entertained the opportunity. I showed up to the interview. I walked in the office. I was greeted by one of those big reception areas. I was asked to sign in, wait while the HR director, the HR manager, and the director of the company were going to come out and meet with me. They came out, they met with me, and they gave me a tour of this grand facility and the office. And that's when it all started to sink back in. I was setting myself up to once again be owned. Let me explain. You see, when you reach that level, you no longer own your own time. You no longer own your own schedule. You don't really own that title that you've been chasing after all these years. They still own it. And by the way, when you get into those positions, they own you. Boy, oh boy, it didn't take me very long to feel the tension, the energy in this office, the energy in the warehouse, the hustle, the bustle of, moving cargo and building cargo, the time that is needed, the quick decisions were being made as I was walking through the office. Very, very familiar of something I had done for 30 years. And I started to get a little bit of anxiety. And that's when it started setting in. That this type of lifestyle, this is a lifestyle. And I had really psychologically and emotionally separated from that lifestyle. And was I really, really willing to get back into it simply just to pay some bills? So I finished the interview, and they wanted a decision by the end of the week. And I came home. I sat around for a little bit, and I started weighing things out. Like, what's changed? What's changed in me? How is it? Why is it? And how is it that I changed in my response and my perspective of what was going on around me? And what happened was simple little things started. I noted that simple things were happening in my life that I didn't have before those 30 years. A good night's sleep. I sleep really well now. I don't have to have messages coming through my phone in the middle of the night. I don't get awakened. I don't have to make decisions at 2 o'clock in the morning and put out fires and then wake up at 5 o'clock that same morning to get to work by 6, 7 o'clock and do it all over again. I don't have my phone buzzing all day long with, people needing updates on their freight cargo or questions or all kinds of stuff. And literally speaking, everything is electronic now. So you're always pinged in on everything that involves you. And, the pay. The pay is great. The money is good. but you don't own your personal time anymore. You are spending hours upon hours thinking about your work. You're even going on vacation with your laptop, most likely working. That's something that I used to do. And all those memories came flushing back into my mind. Boom, they just hit there. And I said to myself, is it worth it? Where are you now? How are you feeling today? Do you value your sleep? You're not drinking the way you used to. You're not stressing out the way you used to. You're calmer now. You don't worry the way you used to. Is this something that you want to do all over again? And the answer was no. So I turned the job down. I responded the very next day. I said, I'm sorry, but you know what? I really have settled into semi-retired life. And I didn't get into the details, but I just said, you know what? I think I'm going to pass and really give the opportunity to somebody who really wants it. And I appreciate you acknowledging me, and I appreciate the opportunity given. And the response came back, hey, thank you for giving us the heads up. Good luck on your semi-retirement. And by the way, I envy you. That was the best part about it, was at the end. I think turning this job down isn't because I can't do the job. It's because simply I just don't want to. 30 years in a career and you're building, you're climbing, you're earning, you're positioning. And then eventually, sometimes it all becomes so meaningless when you reach that point where you want to start buying back your time. You want to start living for the first time in your life. And this is really when time means everything. I'm 60 now. I need to start doing things that I've never done before, but have always wanted to. And I really am kind of disappointed that I reached that place where I actually have things I've always wanted to do, but never got a chance to do them. And so right now is that sweet spot where I really need to start executing adventure, joy, trying things out, and not worrying about what other people think. And not worrying about the title, but just worrying about the experience in life. If you ever get an opportunity come into your life and you really want to say no to it, ask yourself if you're saying no for all the right reasons. So I hope this video helped you. And if so, give me a like and a follow. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And if you want to know more about my opportunity with Indeed, check out the video attached above. Take care, everybody.